Welcome back to A Ride in the Country. I'm Cliff Fawcett, your host. Today, we are going to go for a ride in the country, like we usually do. It is March the 4th. It is 55 degrees, which is awesome. It's been really cold lately, so it's nice to have a nice warm day and a blue sky. I'm on my Royal Enfield Meteor 350 today, and just going to go out for a ride and talk motorcycles. So you guys are my motorcycle friends, and just going to talk about the things that I'm thinking about and catch up. It's a little windy today, but I think it's going to be okay. I want to talk about YouTube videos, recent YouTube videos. So I don't know if you saw it yet, and if you didn't, you should watch it after you're done watching this. But Revzilla just released under their Common Tread XP brand a video by Ari Henning and Zach Kortz about restoring Ari's dad's old motorcycle and taking it to Barber Motorsports Park in Alabama to race it. And if you haven't seen that, you got to watch it. It hits you in the feels. I mean, right in the feels about 4 times for me anyway. So you should definitely watch that video if you haven't watched it yet. I came out to shoot this video on Sunday, and it was a much colder day. It probably would have looked the same on YouTube because it was sunny, but it was a lot colder, and so I'm happy it has warmed up today. One thing I was thinking about recently is the different types of YouTube content there is out there for motorcyclists. So, you know, the Common Tread episode, you know, it's basically a professional film, right? I mean, it's got a lot of resources and great cinematography, amazing stories. You know, it's amazing. A lot of the videos that I watch, and you know, I don't think of it as I'm watching it, but it really is an advertisement. So, you know, whether you're watching a bike review where they're reviewing a bike, or maybe they're reviewing some equipment, or you know, maybe halfway through they start telling you about how you could have your own website. I see a lot of sponsored videos as well. That's a different type of content. So one thing I think about the kind of content that I put out is that it's different in the sense that it's not an ad. I'm not selling you anything, right? Like, I don't get paid to do this. I have a regular job. There's no sponsorship. Nobody gives me things to try. I don't have a lot of money to buy stuff to try, so I'm just a regular guy. And you know, I like that kind of content too, and I'm assuming you do. I'm assuming that's why you're here. That's why I do this. I like sharing my journey with you. So if you're new to the channel, I got my first bike when I was in my 50s. And that was back in 2020. I got a Honda CRF 250L and learned how to ride. And then just last year I got this Royal Enfield Meteor, which I really enjoy. So, you know, I'm just a regular guy going on the journey of learning how to ride a motorcycle. And hopefully that has some kind of value for you. I do my best to give you good content. I do my best to shoot it well, to edit it well, so that it's watchable. But again, I think there's a trust that you build with your audience when you're not selling something that has definite value. I'm just gonna let this guy go because I don't want to have him following me. I don't. Just go. I get tired of people pressuring me all the time. I'm just out for a ride in the country. The Dodge Rams, they're out for a ram in the country. Anyway, I've been planning a video for some time now. I'm going to put a picture up on the screen right now, and I'm going to ask you one question. Which one of these bikes appeals to you? Now, I know several of them might appeal to you, but when it comes down to buying one, which one would you buy? Which one moves you? Which one stirs your little heart? All versions of the same question. And I'm going to talk about that in a future video. But I'm curious, what goes into that? What do you guys think when you see the different types of bike? Do you have a memory of the first time you saw that kind of a bike and thought to yourself, oh man, when I grow up, I'm going to buy a motorcycle? Because I'm thinking it probably goes back to childhood. Now, maybe it doesn't. Maybe it started later for you. As a kid, I remember seeing bikes as I'm riding in the back seat of my parents' car and thinking, oh man, that's cool. So anyway, think about that. Comment below if you would. And let me know what you want me to address, because I think it's a very fascinating topic. I was in Xenia the other day, and I stopped in to say hello to Jake, and he had this really cool Honda CBX. It's an inline 6-cylinder, a very interesting bike. You know, saddlebags. I'm not sure what that's about. Today's just a day where I just can't get any kind of flow. Like, why was that guy waving at me and giving me the old, why was he doing that? I don't know. He doesn't want me to go straight. I should go straight. I don't know. Anyway, Jake was telling me about, it has 6 carburetors, and Jake was telling me that the first step in rebuilding the carburetors is to remove the engine from the chassis. So yeah, it's got it stuffed in there. Definitely an interesting bike. It's funny, I never heard of it before. Jake shows me this one and tells me that it's pretty rare to find with all the parts and pieces on it. And the next time I'm on Facebook Marketplace, of course, one pops up for sale. And I thought maybe it was the same one, but it was a different one, which is just weird. Your phone is listening to you at all times, it seems. And yeah, never heard of a CBX. The next thing you know, you got one being proposed to you on Facebook Marketplace. Jake was telling me about the Suzuki T500, which I wasn't familiar with. Apparently it's a 2-stroke engine, and a very interesting concept. The oil and the gas mix on the bike as you're going, which is different. I think of a 2-stroke, I think of a weed eater. You mix them together and do the pre-mix. But Jake was telling me it was a really pretty good design in terms of reliability. He was telling me that he's rebuilding a T500 right now, and he wanted to know if I knew Benny from the Kentucky Yankee. And I don't know Benny, but I watch his videos, we talk online, so I feel like I know him. But he said that he was watching Benny's T500 playlist as he's working on the T500 for tips. So Benny, you're changing lives out there, man. Changing lives. I'm just tooling around back lanes today. We went by a covered bridge that I featured on my covered bridge video, and we're going to go through one right here. My goal today is to have fun and see as few cars as possible. It's been cold here lately, as it is in the winter in Ohio. And my wife and I are headed down to Florida tomorrow. Looking forward to a couple days of sunshine. Got a place kind of beachfront, so we can sit on the porch and drink our coffee and watch the ocean and just chill out, read a book, and enjoy the sunshine. It's supposed to get cold and yucky here tomorrow, next couple days, so gonna escape it and go to Florida. I looked at renting a bike through RiderShare while I was down there, and the only bikes that were available were big Harleys, like a Road King, Road Glide. I guess there was a Sportster, and as you know, one of my goals is to ride a different bike, and I just didn't think that was the time or the place to do it. Big heavy bike I've never ridden before, in a place I've never ridden before, so I decided to pass on it. We're only there for a couple days anyway, so didn't really make sense. I'm wondering if you guys have ever used RiderShare. Not sure how it works. If you have used it, let me know. Kind of curious about it. I saw a video the other day from a YouTuber named Username Kate, and she was trying out a Honda GB350S, and I wondered, I googled it. Yes, GB stands for Great Britain, and apparently it's not going to come to the United States, but it's a really cool bike. It reminds me a lot of the Meteor here. Same displacement, kind of retro look, air cooled. Pretty sweet looking bike. If it had been available, I might have bought it, but you know, I'm a Honda guy. I love Hondas, but I really kind of fascinated by this Royal Enfield brand, and I've been enjoying the bike so far. 1,290 miles, so you know, I haven't had it that long. It's pretty new. I saw a video the other day from Royal Enfield talking about their philosophy of manufacturing, and it said that they focus on motorcycling and not motorcycles, which I thought was kind of interesting. Also, they talked about how they've really improved a lot of their manufacturing techniques lately, and one of the things they've done is to air condition the factory where they make the engines, and they've really gone to a cleanliness model. And they were bragging about Fortnine's video. So I don't know if you saw Fortnine's video where he tested the first oil change oil from a number of major brands, and the cleanest was the Royal Enfield. So sounds like their manufacturing cleanliness has paid off, and presumably that will pay off in reliability and you know, the length of ownership, how long the thing lasts. It's pretty brown out here, brown and gray, but I'm starting to see some signs of spring. I saw my first robin the other day. I saw a red-winged blackbird today. This morning I was cleaning out my bluebird houses and setting them out, and immediately upon setting it out, there was a bluebird on it. So, you know, spring is coming. Hey, I hope you enjoyed that ride as much as I did. Beautiful day, blue sky, spring is coming. Don't forget, if you ever want to go for a ride in the country, but it's too hot, too cold, too wet, too dark, it's always nice right here on YouTube for a ride in the country.